One, two, three, four.
I stand by everything I say.
Very millennial.
Truth, I will be whatever I want to be.
You go, girl.
You try and put me in a cage, but I will break out with my rage.
She rebel.
Because everything is just energy, and that cannot die.
All right, you cheeky postmodernist bitch. It's 2 minutes past 10. It's the 14th of November, 2018, the Chinese year of the Pinger. And we are back once again with the ill behaviour, something or other, renegade master. We're here, we're bloody lobsters, we're not fucking about. We've got
lobsters.
Right, yep. And we just, we're sail-hating, hail Satan, as they say in the chat. Why not? You got to worship something. Is it going to be the Yankee dollar? Is it going to be the Lord Beelzebub? Is it going to be coffee and memes?
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Slugger. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Flat Earth, welcome to Threshold.fm, welcome to YouTube, welcome to Coffee and Memes, welcome to the crazy world of Arthur Brown, welcome to the crazy world of Will Rankin. He's just in a room with no windows, on his own, trying to make something of his life, trying to make my parents proud, trying to, Make my ancestors proud. They died for our opportunity to do it. And fucking gotta try and do something with your life. You can't sit around on your arse all day eating pies. As much as I would like to sit around on my arse eating a pie out of a bowl, just with my hands, just with my filthy, unclipped nails, just pouring at the Fray Bentos pie and then just jamming its sludgy mess down my feed tube while watching reruns of the OC and crying onto my sodden my sodden pie-soaked blouse. As much as I would like to spend my days doing that, I owe it to the brave men and women of our country that died for our right to do so. So, I'm here, I'm playing music, I'm talking about sex dolls. I'm pretty sure it's what they would have wanted. There's some decent, honest, God-fearing lobsters in the chat. And it's bloody great to have you all on board. Who we got? Tom Camm, Tom Ryan, a real Akeem, Pine, Natas Kupas, Stin. It's a bloody IKEA catalogue in the chat as well. Oh, you're all Neurofunk producers. Sam Howard, I Am the Drum and Bass Farmer, Squidgy Beats, Dismore, Mr. Merck, Chode Rider. Oh, they're all in there. They're just decent, honest folk out for a better way of life, out to try and make themselves useful in the world. What more to life is there than that? There's some fine sacks of bangers in there. Oh, Tony Genesee's in the chat. Got some new bits by Spy. Urban Dawn, Noi, Zia, Black Sun Empire, High Contrast, Spur, or Spore, not sure, never heard of him before. Optiv, Mr. Frankie, Pisces, Pythius, they're all in there. They're all good. Oh my God, stuff is getting seriously Tide Poddy today. I warn you, stuff is getting Tide Poddy. Thank you again to Inside Info, who came on the show yesterday. If you haven't listened to that already, it's on the YouTube, it's on the podcast. It's a lot of fun. Also, last night I had a chat with Akira the Don. He's a wonderful man. We're trying to untangle the twisted mess of mental health in the music industry and how to mitigate against the evils of the industry. Talking about community, talking about groups of lobsters. That's on YouTube. If you want to watch it, I suggest you do. It is a good chat. It's worth an hour and a half of your time, in my opinion. It's only a small part of the crazy, twisted mess that is mental and physical health in the music industry, but I implore you all to listen to it. It's good. On Friday, I will be joined by Justin from Counter-Strike. He is a genuine South African, and he is going to be putting forward his opinions on why hard drum and bass should be the only music people are allowed to listen to. And I think that's fine by me. But until then, I've got a right old bag of madness. So let's just crack straight in. Police on hunt for woman accused of stealing $600 worth of dildos from adult shop. Woohoo! Yeah. Police are on the hunt for 3 women who've been accused of stealing $600 worth of dildos from an adult shop. You'd think 600 Australian dollars, worth roughly about £17 worth of dildos, would be hard to slip underneath your coat or into your bag, but apparently the women managed to hide the items inside their clothing, before escaping the store without paying. All right, maybe they're trying to flog them. Maybe they're just so sex starved. These poor, they're probably some of those poor horny housewives that you see advertised on the pornography sites. These poor horny housewives. They're so horny they can barely do their housework, and they just need a young buck to go around there and almost as a sort of public service because they're so horny. You know, they're so horny that they're now stealing dildos from sex shops. Because that's how horny they are. And their horniness is going to waste. And if some of these young men that are spending their time on the pornography sites... Because you would think, if you were a very horny housewife and you wanted, one of these young gentlemen to come around and sort of stop, cure the horniness, where would be the best place to advertise? Well, it would be a pornography site, because that's where men are going to sort of relieve themselves, isn't it? So you really do have your target demographic right there. So maybe those adverts on the pornography sites are real. Worth thinking about. Anyway, Right, okay, so, but apparently the women managed to hide the items up their clothing before escaping the store without paying, even though one of them was wearing lace pants and a crop top. I'd almost be impressed if it wasn't illegal. The women were in the adult superstore Libido in Perth's Northbridge on Sunday, the 11th of November. They were caught on CCTV in the store around 12 noon. One of the... Oh, no. Just after 10 after midnight. My apologies. Two of the women reportedly removed the packaging of 4 high-end dildos before concealing them in their clothes while staff members were distracted with other customers. One of the women entered first and stole one of the sex toys before returning with a friend, presumably saying something like, "Hey, look, I know... You're a horny housewife as well, aren't you?" Yeah, no, I am really horny and a housewife. Oh, I've just stolen this dildo, and you should too. That's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah, why not? They took 3 dildos priced between $85 and $140. That's sort of £7 English money and £15 respectively, into the changing room without the staff members noticing. They then left the packaging in the changing room and left with the dildos hidden in their clothes. According to the Mail Online, store owner Gary Smith explained that the women had stolen his best-selling vibrators, one of which is the Come Hither Rabbit, valued at $280, roughly £7.50. Police have released images of the women in a bid to find out who they are. They're really good pictures as well. If you know these people, they're not going to have too much trouble finding them. They're very well-dressed, young, attractive women. One of them looks a bit like Claire Danes out of Homeland. I'd say best of luck to them. They seem like a canny bunch of lasses. I want to party with them. I want to go to a dubstep club with them. There's a good dubstep club in Perth that I've played. I can't remember what it's called, but it's good. It's got a nice garden. And I'd like to go there. I'd like to party. Like to take shots in the club with them at the bar with my homies. Shots at the bar with my homies in the club. And, yeah... And then just get into... And then they could peg me. They could just peg me to within an inch of my life. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Right, can we use the lobster to operate the iPad? That's a good question, isn't it? No. This is Rock the House by Spy. It's on that new Hospital compilation. It's a naughty bit of gear. It is. It's a little bit rascal. It's a little bit digi. Bit naughty. Bit fucking cheeky. Know what I mean, son? Do you? Do you know what I fucking mean?
Lobsters. Get your act together.
Monkey Z's in the chat. Been a while, brother. Yeah. What's this tune called? Okay, cool. It's by Spy, S-P-Y, and it's on the new hospital comp. And it's a naughty bit of gear, by all accounts. That wins today's naughtiest bit of gear award. Well, maybe I should wait till the end of the show to decide such an accolade. Right, okie dokie, let's get into the good stuff. Where are we? It's gone. Oh no, here we are. Oh no, there we go. Man! 35, marries hologram of a 16-year-old pop star in cross-dimension wedding.
Lobsters.
Weird flex, but okay. 35-year-old school administrator from Japan has married the hologram of a virtual reality pop star named Hatsune Miku. Miku, who is characterized as a 16-year-old girl with long turquoise pigtails and giant saucer-shaped eyes, is a bit of a phenomenon in Japan. She's actually a computer program. Look at his little face. How is he 35? He looks about 15. Oh, God. Oh, you awful bastard. Picture of him with his wife. Oh, don't rise to it. Hold on, let's get him up. Where is he? He's a good boy. He's well pleased with himself. It's like, I married a hologram. Yeah, you're insane. You've absolutely lost your mind. You've been on the Tide Pod so hard. Oh, he's on the Tide Pod diet. Forget the carnivore diet. He's on the fucking Tide Pod diet. Oh, Jesus, Mary, mother of... Anyway, she's actually a computer program and has had chart-topping songs and sell-out concerts where she appears as a hologram. But for... Akihiko Kondo, the relationship is a bit more personal. I'm in love with her. I was like, Harry, I'm in love with the whole concept of Miku, but I got married to the Miku of my house. What? I'm in love with the whole concept of Hatsune Miku, but I got married to the Miku of my house. What does that mean? Okay. The Miku of his house... Oh, right. Let's just read on. The Miku of his house is a personalised hologram of the singer that floats inside a $2,800 desktop capsule. A personalised hologram he loves so much that he paid 17 grand on a formal ceremony at a hall in Tokyo that was witnessed by 40 guests. The hologram couldn't make it to the ceremony, so she was represented by a stuffed doll likeness. Oh, pass the tide. Please, pass the Tide Pods. I can't take it anymore. A stuffed doll representation of a hologram. Oh, well, it's very meta. This is all a bit Inception, isn't it? This is an Inception for the Tide Pod generation. I've never cheated on a Harry. I've never cheated on an elite. I've always been in love with the Miku-san. He said of his bride. They've been living together since March. Well, that's quite a whirlwind romance. He considers himself an ordinary married man. His holographic wife wakes him up every morning and sends him off to job at the school. Toss him off? Or do they engage in some sort of holographic coitus? Does she peg him with a holographic strap-on? In the evening, when he tells her by cell phone that he's coming home, he's insane. He needs to be stopped. She turns on the lights. Later, she tells him when it's time to go to bed. Yeah, this is why people in Japan aren't breeding, because they're marrying holograms, and you can't get a hologram pregnant, even in 2018. He sleeps alongside the doll version of her that attended the wedding, complete with the wedding ring that fits around her left wrist. Cute. Who gave you permission to be so cute? Kondo's marriage might not have any legal standing, but that doesn't bother him. He even took his Miku doll to a jewelry shop to get the ring. Gatebox, the company that produces the hologram device featuring Miku, it has issued a marriage statement which certifies that a human and a virtual character have wed beyond dimensions. These interdimensional hologram weddings, they're secretly controlling the world with the white liberal globalist elite. They're having these insane interdimensional sex orgies where they drink the blood of holographic children, and then they dine on each other's slathered peens. Kondo's not alone either. He says Gatebox has issued more than 7,500 certificates of cross-dimensional marriages. And some people have even sent him supportive messages. Some people. There must be some... there must be some people who can't come forward and see that they want to hold a wedding. I want to give them support of pushing that, like, say it's okay to marry what you want, even if it's an inanimate object or not even an object. It's just a holographical representation of a cartoon character of a 16-year-old blue-haired girl and that, like. I just think that love knows no boundaries and that, like. Pass the fucking Tide Pods and that. Even in a country obsessed with anime, Kondo's wedding shocked many people, but he wants to be recognised as a sexual minority. Of course he does. He can't imagine dating a flesh and blood woman. It's simply not right. As if you were trying to talk a gay man into dating a woman or a lesbian into a relationship with a man. All right, mate. You're not hurting anybody. You just, as long as you're making yourself happy and you're not hurting anyone, just, crack on, mate. You have my full blessings. I love you. I love you as a brother, as a human, as a lobster. Diversity in society has long been called for, he added. It won't necessarily make you happy to be bound to the template of happiness in which a man and a woman marry and bear children. All right. I believe we must consider all kinds of love and all kinds of happiness. His mother did not attend the wedding. Well, I wish him the best of luck. I hope him and Miku are very happy. I hope he is satisfied in both love, emotional sustenance, and raging boners. Right, Caffeine by Urban Dawn. It's off the Same Hospital compilation. I'm not paid by them. There are other compilations of Liquid Drum and Bass are available. I do not take bribes. I would take a bribe. Monkey Z in the chat saying, can I marry a company? That's not a bad idea. I could marry Amazon, sit it out for a couple of years, then divorce and take half of Amazon's shit. In fact, I might think about that. If I get killed now, just investigate Bezos. That's Caffeine by Urban Dawn. Nice bit of gear. Nice, yeah, nice little nugget. Nice. Righty. Okay, UK company giving employees days off to masturbate. Finally, if only I worked for a company. If only I married a company. A British firm is offering employees days off to masturbate. Masturbate, you know, but... Oh, fuck off, uni lad. Jesus, come on, just enough of the bloody... you know, trying to be funny. That's my job, trying to be funny. Lello UK is offering out self-love days to its workers. How do you need a whole day? Just give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes alone with the internet and a Tide Pod. Now, fair enough. It is a sex and intimacy brand, but a step in the right direction all the same. Woke, even. On these special days, employees are encouraged to take the day to fulfill themselves. As reporter of the Mirror, the firm believes this will improve happiness, reduce stress, and boost positivity. Lello carried out a survey to justify their day of jerking. Out of 2,000 Brits, 78% said orgasms make them happier. So, what is there? Was there 22% of people say no? Orgasms make me thoroughly miserable. Godspeed the poor souls that don't get satisfaction from them. 66% said they feel more productive after arriving. God, this is almost unreadable as an actual news story because they're trying to fancy it up with poor attempts at humour. Like I said, my job. Rachel Nossofor, spokesperson at Lello UK, said, being sexually fulfilled and satisfied is something that we at Lello UK feel is a basic human right, and it's completely free. And as a result of this research, we're delighted to introduce a new initiative where we are offering our UK employees the opportunity to take up to 4 days a year as self-love days. Damn, a whole day of onanism. Imagine that. Whew. By the end of the year, all their male employees are just going to have like one absolutely jacked arm. We hope our UK staff use them to do whatever they want to explore their happiness and what makes them tick and just explore their bodies. You know, just no judgment. Just get their hands involved. Just no areas are off limits. Just exploring the feelings, you know, the sights, the sounds, the smells of their body. No judgment. Just really just investigating all of the crevices. Use a hand mirror if you need to explore some of the areas underneath more visually. Okay, thanks, Rachel. Not so far. So yeah, then there's some more just general rubbish witterings from uni lad, and that's about it. Teen involved in sex tape with married colleague finally speaks out. A teenage Tesco employee who got caught having sex with a colleague described the moment of madness which turned her life upside down. Yeah, I feel like we might have reported on this, or maybe at least me and James did on the radio. Yes, I think we did. So this is a couple who worked in Tesco's. Well, no, they're not a couple. They're two colleagues who worked in Tesco's, and they got filmed. Some perv filmed them through a window and then released the video. That should probably be illegal. And, yeah, the dude's just munching this girl out, and they're just having at it. And, yeah, that was it. Her friends, her family have been calling her the Kim Kardashian of Norwich. Fucking hell. Is this an up-to-date story? Where's the date in this? There are no dates on the Unilad things. This is my first experience with Unilad, and I'm not impressed. Yeah, I think this is old news. It's old news, fake news. It's just shit. Shit, mate. Forget it. Metro. Sperm is being killed off by climate change. Deceiving headline, Metro. Deceiving headline. What does that make you think? That's going to make you think that human sperm are in some way being killed off by climate change, and you think, people live in hotter countries. Then where are but how does that work? A rise in temperature caused by climate change could pose a significant threat to male fertility, research shows. Similarly deceptive, Metro. Researchers at the University of East Anglia found that 5 days of heatwave temperatures was enough to severely damage the sperm of, wait for it, red flower beetles. They found that a second heatwave 10 days later almost sterilised the males completely. Okay, so you have to get 3 paragraphs into the story before you work out that it's not about humans and has absolutely nothing to do with humans. Lucy Middleton of the Metro, you schneid. This is ridiculous. Yeah, okay, but it's clickbait nonsense. I've risen to it, and I'm no better than the Metro, quite honestly. Okay. InfoWars has been hacked, and Alex Jones is making wild claims about who did it. What a surprise. What do you expect? It's like, he comes out and goes, yeah, we've been hacked. Don't really see any sort of conspiracy behind this. I imagine it's just, it's just some hackers trying to get, money out of it. I don't imagine it runs any deeper than that. No way. I think it's, obviously we need to step up our security. We're working with a security firm to make sure that it doesn't happen again. Sorry to any InfoWars listeners or watchers. Luckily, none of the data's been leaked. So yeah, we really don't believe that it's any more complicated or conspiratorial than that. No, obviously he thinks it's the fucking shape-shifting lizards from outer space have come. The interdimensional child molesters and the white liberal elite, the globalists, the globalist elite. They're traveling through time and space and through the multiverse to come and steal all my Brain Force Plus tablets and the Super Male Vitality that we sell on the website. And they're actually they've put a probe inside my anus, which is controlling my thoughts. And the only way to get it out is for your wife to peg me. No, Alex. I think I don't think she wants to do that. I'm afraid it's an issue of national importance, a national security issue. You're gonna have to allow your wife to peg me. No, Alex. No more pegging. When a hacker attacks a commercial website, they're generally looking to steal credit card details or other valuable data. But the highly controversial conspiracy theorist Alex Jones has a different idea about why the online shop, which funds his website InfoWars, has been attacked. Shocking stuff. The Cyber Shock Jock, the Cyber Shock Jock's digital emporium is notorious for selling vitamin products with names like Super Male Vitality and Brain Force Plus. This is the sort of stuff I should be doing with Threshold. This is how I make a pound note out of it. Selling moody vitamin pills. Come on, I could be like Gillian McKeith or like one of those bloody quacks that they roll out on Channel 4 morning shows. They go, oh, well, actually, what you need is some Juice Plus. Oh, that'll cure AIDS. Like, no, you get, I could sell, like, I don't know, the Threshold lobster made out of powdered lobsters or something. It gives you a boner you can chop wood on. That's the sort of shit I should be doing. That's how I should be turning a pound note. Moody supplements. In a statement, Alex Jones said the InfoWars store was hacked within the last 24 hours. Jones said the attackers then reported this to the establishment corporate press in an attempt to scare businesses away from the InfoWarsStore.com. Righto. Metro understands that Jones was contacted by 2 different news sites and then published his statement on InfoWars before the article went live. Jones, who was recently banned from Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, went on to claim that he was under attack by lefty spooks, globalists from Silicon Valley, and the Chinese government. The communists are trying to get in. The communists, again, are trying to set up shop inside my anus. Actually, inside the colon, they're trying to start a small gulag inside the colon, and I won't stand for it. I, for one, won't stand for it. This is a 0-day hack, probably carried out by leftists. Leftists stay behind networks hiding inside U.S. intelligence agencies. Oh, God, he said, bottom line, this action is a concerted effort to deplatform InfoWars by big tech, the Communist Chinese, and the Democratic Party. Oh, God. He's mad. He's so mad. So mad. All right, let's, what have we got on here? Ooh. Optiv, Inception, Gydra Remix. This looks fine. start loosening those laces.
Get your act together.
Yes, indeed. That's Optiv with Inception, remixed by Gydra. It's on Dutty Audio. Imagine that. All right. Tide Pod news. Tide's new packaging looks exactly like boxed wine and people want to drink it. I can confirm that it definitely does. There it is. Oh, baby Jesus. Yep, pass me a pint glass. I'm filling up. I'm going all the way in. I'm going balls deep into the Tide experience. The tide is high, and I am holding on. Just when the craze of eating Tide Pods seemed to have passed from our memories, the company have changed their packaging to a design which resembles boxed wine. If you thought people wouldn't find laundry detergent appealing to drink, well, you'd be sensible. But unfortunately, in our messed up world, in our crazy messed up world, you'd be wrong. The strange craze seemed to begin when people realised the brightly coloured squashy Tide tablets apparently resembled some sort of sweet treat and started to dare each other to eat them. It would be somewhat understandable if it was an unsuspecting child reaching to the dangerous detergent, but there were more than a few instances of teenagers willingly putting the poisonous substance in their mouth as part of the Tide Pod Challenge. Like I said, our world is messed up. Who is this? Emily Brown of Unilad. The good news is Tide are now releasing their detergent in a more eco-friendly packaging, hopefully bringing an end to the Tide Pod Challenge once and for all. The bad news is the new packaging, it looks exactly like a box of wine. According to CNN, creator P&G changed the detergent's container in order to adapt for online deliveries, as well as making their products more environmentally friendly. The box features a twist to open pour for the detergent, a pull-out stand and a measuring cup, shot glasses, and slices of lemon and salt to measure the detergent, to show you how much you're supposed to drink. All of it. Drink the whole lot. Come on, drink it. Of course, don't. Of course, you hope anyone old enough to recognise the packaging as a box of wine would know the soapy contents would not make for a tasty drink. But after the ridiculousness of the pod challenge, nothing seems certain anymore. People are marrying fucking holograms. Women are stealing dildos. Housewives are horny. It's just a desolate post-Brexit wasteland. And, we're all... They say if you stare long enough into the void stares into you. And I think if you stare long enough into the tide stares into you. Stare long enough into the memes, and the memes will stare into you. Let's hope there's some sort of child-proofing that would protect drunken hands from making this foul-tasting mistake. The taste of it's subjective, Emily of Uni Lad. Some people might think it's delicious. Just putting that out there. And actually the people that think that's delicious might find your statement quite triggering. Just saying. There are Tide Podders out there that, are easily offended. And I think it should be illegal to offend them. One joke. Yeah. Okay, I think that's enough about Tide. I think it's been quite a Tide Pod heavy show today. And we should probably try and find some sex robot news to balance it out. What else do we have? Oh, massive penises spray painted on several front doors in same street. Good news. Giant penises have been spray painted on the front doors of several houses in Fallowfield, Manchester. The graffiti artist struck on Lady Barn Road on Saturday night, leaving at least 6 homes on the street vandalised. Some of the houses were student accommodation. Get it up. It's a classic cock. It's a beauty. It's everything you'd want it to be. Let's get rid of that bloody Tide thing as well. No need for that, is there? Yes, lovely stuff. That is good. That is a good bit of gear. Pleased about that. There you go. One student said, "We came home from a night out on Saturday and there was a big cock on the door." Hold on a second. That's a 4-letter word beginning with K and they've asterisked out the last 3 letters. What word could that be? Knob? The general consensus is that it's pretty funny, but it's also a bit annoying. The paint is pretty thick and it's going to be hard to get it off. Esme Windsor, a third-year student at Manchester Metropolitan University, told The Tab, "We aren't too bothered about when it gets sorted out. It's not bothering us, really. We kind of think it's funny. Anyway, past the Tide Pods." But Esme also said that some older local residents had also had their doors graffiti and they were not so amused. One pensioner on the street said she had recently spent 600 quid on a new front door after the old one had been kicked in by a vandal. On Monday morning, her door was being cleaned, but remnants of the spray paint could still be seen, leaving the outline of a shadowy peen. She said, "I'm really upset by it. Nowhere seems to be safe nowadays." Yeah, I mean, all right, students spraying cocks on the doors of other students? Sure. Part of the course. Part and parcel. But, not on the doors of the elderly who've just spent £600 on a nice new door. Just don't do it. Anyway, let's have a little look-see. Oh yeah, male escort reveals most popular request he gets for £400 to $400 to $6,000 services. Wow. A male escort has revealed how he packed in his corporate job to pursue a career as a male escort, now charging between $400 and $6,000 Aussie dollars. That's between £7 and 35 quid. Speaking on the morning show, I don't know why that's tickling me so much. Speaking on the morning show, Ryan James, 31, said he was inspired by a previous girlfriend who worked in the same industry, and he quit his financial role. I didn't tell my family at first. Well, I did get started to tell my friends pretty quickly, and they all thought it was a fucking right laugh, mate, getting paid till I take birds out for dinner and stuff, mate. My family found out a little bit later. It was kind of a mixed reaction, like they were pretty pleased I was out earning a fucking pound note and that, mate, but they wouldn't know if I was doing it for shagging and that, get paid for shagging. James explains his most popular request was a dinner date. Cute. Which involves an evening meal with a woman and all of the usual mealtime chat that comes with it before heading back to a hotel and having her peg him into oblivion. No, it's just James refers to this as luxury date night package, charging $3,500 Aussie dollars, roughly 20 English pounds, for 6 hours of pampering, or $4,500, roughly 25 English pounds, for an overnight sleepover with a bit of brekkie in the morning. Jesus, an extra grand, that's about an extra £7 for a sleepover in the morning. I hope he pays for breakfast as part of that. He says he finds his work pretty fucking rewarding, mate. Speaking to the Daily Mail a while back, James also explained that typically women aren't just looking for sex from the experience. Pretty much every single client that I've had has been interested in some kind of companionship in the way, mate. And not all of them are just absolutely deranged sexual terrorists. You know, you can tell by the look on the face. From what I see, men are more focused on the sexual side of things. I've never had a woman offer to pay me to dump on her chest, let's put it that way, mate. I've never had to indulge myself in a Saudi Shiza party. He explained the youngest client he had was 20, wow, which is a bit of a rarity, but said most people would be surprised to see the range of women he calls clients. Many of the women I see could easily go to a bar and pick up a guy and have sex that way, he explained. But they want a different experience and they're happy to pay me thousands of fucking dollars, mate, to take them out for dinner. They're out of their fucking minds. Yes, well, it's been pretty different to working in finance. Yeah, I bet it has. I bet it has. Right, Infinity, DC Brakes. I think it might be with Brolex as well. Don't know. Maybe. Bloody good record, though.
I am Infinity.
Whoa. It's a real trainer tosser. quality DC brakes. Very nice. No, Mr. DC with his baselines are spoiling us. Righto. Beast from the East returns with mini ice age. Temperatures to hit UK. Dominic Smithers of Lad Bible reports. Besides death and taxes, there are very few certainties in life. But one thing you can bank on is British weather letting you down. Fuck you, Smithers. Talking trash about British weather. How dare you? That is un-English. That's unpatriotic. Get out. In some ways, we deserve it. Why? We got too cocky, then became too arrogant. We thought that the July sunshine would last forever. We did. We truly did. We actually believed the days of miserable, washed summer holidays were well and truly behind us. But like the cruel mistress that British weather is, the rug was pulled from under us, and we find ourselves caught once again in the midst of the painful desert of winter. That's a weird thing to say. And apparently it's coming quicker than you think, and will be colder than you can possibly imagine. Fucking verbose, Dominic Smithers. Get ready for The Beast of the East, Part 2, the worst sequel of all time. Da-na-na, na-na-na-na-na.
Get your act together.
According to forecaster Piers Corbyn. Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh, the brother of Jeremy Corbyn. For a second, I thought it would be fucking Piers Morgan, Jeremy Corbyn half-breed. Oh, I can't imagine anything worse. Oh, God, some sort of deranged weather forecasting demagogue. That'd be too much. According to Piers Corbyn, temperatures are set to plummet and the UK could see a weather pattern similar to a mini ice age. Mini ice, fuck off. Which happened during the mid-17th century and saw Britons hold fairs on the frozen River Thames. God, imagine that. The beast from the east. I've had it with these foreign weather fronts coming over here. They're coming over here, blowing over our garden furniture. Yeah, blowing up our women's blouses. Coming over here, these foreign. Oh, this Brexit can't come soon enough. As soon as Brexit comes along, the foreign they'll have to stop at the border, won't they? All these European weather conditions. All right. I for one embrace our new mini ice age overlords. I think it's about time to, to sort of freeze off the sin and the debauchery of the UK, and maybe we can, get rid of some of the Tide Podders and return to something somewhat sensible, resembling the 1700s. Yeah, why not? And then we could all die of cholera. Oh, God. There will be a risk of travel disruption. Yeah, no shit. Through this period with volatile, stormy weather combined with the cold, bringing the risk of winter thunderstorms and outbreaks of thundersnow. Thundersnow? Oh, God, that sounds terrifying. Oh, thundersnow. What we are looking at is a pattern of circulation similar to that which was observed during the mini ice age. It's probably fake news, isn't it? The Met Office said the country could be in for a bout of cold weather and increased chances of snow. Okay, so the Met Office, their prediction there is a little bit more restrained than hypersonic turbo thunder snow that bloody Corbyn's maniac brother is, Corbyn's twisted half-brother is on about. The thunder snow is going to wash away all of the corrupt bourgeoisie and finally make way for the rise of the proletariat. All right, well, I look forward to that. Button up, folks. Thanks, Dominic Smithers of Lad Bible. After graduating from Leeds University with a degree in French and History, Dom went on to gain an NCTJ journalism qualification. Since then, he has worked as a reporter for the Manchester Evening News and the Macclesfield Express, covering news, court, sports, and politics. Dominic Smithers has 639 followers on Twitter. Wow. His Twitter handle is @DomSmithersLad. Oh, fuck my old boots. Right, come on, let's have one more bit to play us out. Right, and to play us out, High Contrast, Remind Me.
keeps reminding me that it's too soon to forget you. Keeps reminding me. Keeps reminding me. Keeps reminding me that it's too soon to forget you.
Oh, Wesley Snips. Oh, shall we just run away together? Run away from these cruel, cruel people who'll never understand our love. We can go and live in Japan with the man who married a hologram. They seem blissfully happy. Oh, Wesley Snips. Remind Me by High Contrast off his Night Gallery album. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Why not? Why bloody not? Hey, hey, hey. Yes, yes, definitely. Yep, it's thumbs up from me. The thumbs up from you, Wesley Snips. I love you, Rankin. Oh, cheers, mate. You're a fucking good boy, aren't you? All right, rock the house. We've heard enough from you already. Look, this just leaves me with time to shout out the VIP list, a wonderful collection of lobsters that are helping to support this show and to support the station as a whole. If you want this show to keep going every morning, then please do support us on, I say us, well, me and Snips. Support us on Patreon. And if you support with $10 a month or more, get your name on the VIP list, along with Nicholas Goncalves, Tom Ryan, Reece Mosson, Squidgy Beats Parsons, Pauly Hutton, Ciarán R, Michael Kedzierski, Mattieu Tomkins, Dave Long, Joel Potter, Colm Murphy, Sam Howard, Tony J, Richard Patterson, Jack Murphy, Tom Camm, Stephen Harris, Mattieu Boulard, Zara Pickles, Jeroen Van Thunderbutt, Mike Pye, Anthony Walker, and Lily Unsub. A powerful bunch of bad motherfuckers out there for a better way of life, better quality of morning meme, better quality of lobster brain. Look, thank you very much for listening. I will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. will be Rankin's Records. On Friday, Justin from Counter-Strike's going to be in. He's a real-life man, and he makes drum and bass, and he's not ashamed of it, which is a rare treat, because you do find a lot of drum and bass producers, they're like, you're like, oh, so what sort of music do you make? Like, drum and bass. Sorry, what's that? Neurofunk. Oh, is that? Get out of our country club. We have no neurofunk producers in here. Get out. We do not want your kind in here. No way. Neurofan producers, they're an oppressed class now, and I, for one, won't stand for it. Anyway, I love you all dearly. You can download the podcast. This is a podcast. Get it every day. If you are listening on the podcast, don't be afraid to give me a 5-star review on iTunes. That helps bump it up the charts. And really, the aim of this show is to knock Armin van Buuren's State of Trance podcast off the top spot. I think that's something we can all get behind. I think that's the sort of community spirit that I was talking about last night with Akira the Don, that if we could all get behind the simple, achievable dream of knocking Van Buuren off the top spot, you know, and just watching him in his loose-fitting white shirt tumble off the face of the earth, taking his entire trance family with him. I'm not saying we go to war with the trance family. There's a lot of them, and so far the Lobster Crew group is only about 105 people. But in many ways, I do see parallels between the Lobster Crew and the Spartans from 300. I mean, really, like the dudes in the Facebook group, they are jacked, just bodied up, just absolutely tonked, just jacked to the gills. I mean, they're on the roids. They're unashamed about it, though. Just rippling 6-pack abs. All the dudes in there just like, ugh. The girls as well, like they're athletic, like, you know, and they're just got crazy swordsmanship, sword skills, and just like speed attacks. And together they are an almost unstoppable force. But can they take on the hordes of the trance family? That's what we're going to find out. Maybe when we get to 300 people in the Lobster Crew Facebook group, that could be something that we'd all meet up and have a little chat around. Maybe we can force the trance family to have to come down quite a narrow corridor. Maybe in fabric, we could get them cordoned in the sort of stairs, you know, the sort of windy stairs that everyone sits on when they're all pingered up and they don't really know what to do with themselves. We could get them to sort of come, we could take the higher ground at the top of the stairs, and then we could just keep, you know, lashing, lobbing pingers at them. And they've got no constitution, the trance family. They'll crumble after 3 or 4 pingers. You watch them, honestly, their faces will fall. And slowly, one by one, we managed to pick them all off. 1.5 million of the trance family fallen in fabric. I don't know how they got them all in there in the first place. Oh, and the Lobster Crew just ascend to the heights of sort of gods. Yeah, in many ways we are like gods, I would say. We're sort of the lobster gods. You reckon, Snips? Oh, undoubtedly. Very different voice every time you speak there, Wesley Snips. I'm not sure you really know yourself as you're not really an actualised entity just yet. Anyway, I'll witter on. I will see you tomorrow at 10. I love you all very much. God bless. Go out there and do some good in the world, and don't let your memes be dreams.